And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. A big show to get you kicked off on the 4-day race weekend here at Laurel Park. Let's start with our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That's going to start race 3 today, Keith. It's our big feature of the day. Nice carryover to get you going, $2,142. Tim Tulloch, he'll have a ticket for today's Rainbow Pick 6. You can study that ticket on the website, laurelpark.com, underneath the handicapping section. I'm talking about the first leg of today's Rainbow Pick 6. That's our big feature of the day, a third-level allowance condition going 5.5 furlongs there. We have a 7-5 morning line favorite. I made that favorite the 6 Charge to Victory for trainer Tim Kreiser and jockey Edwin Gonzalez. I made Charge to Victory my best bet today. I think he's a solid, reliable single to anchor both as early pick 5 and maybe to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. So big favorite Charge to Victory in our feature race today, race 3, to kick off the Pick 6 action.
Plenty of speed in that race. He doesn't want to really miss a beat out of the gate, but he has the ability, I think, to press and go on with it as well. Coming off a good race, he's going to be awfully tough and an awfully short price. Carlos Mencia's horse in there is improved factored in. That might be the legitimate closer in that particular race. So Carlos Mencia, we talked about it time and time again. Boy, what a transformation as a trainer. Unbelievable. And I don't know if I've seen anything like it of recent note around here. It's just been unreal, claiming horses left and right, winning with them left and right. So, great job by those guys. They are just tearing it up right now.
Carlos Mencia barring the 29% to kick off the year. With that horse you mentioned, they're factored in. The closing sprinter in race 3. We have a video spotlight of factored in once we get to race 3. So that's big action today. Tomorrow is Stronach 5. Friday here at Laurel Park with that guaranteed $100,000 pool, an industry low 12% takeout to $1 minimum wager, so a little harder to hit, but you have that $100,000 guarantee. They bet about $150,000, $200,000 into it every week, so it well surpasses the guarantee. And there's the lineup of races tomorrow. Laurel Park race 8 kicks it off at 3:49. Then you have Gulfstream, Santa Anita, Golden Gate, and Gulfstream. There's the lineup. It's a tough race here at Laurel Park to kick it off. Let's talk about it just for a minute or so. It's a nice 2 other than allowance race, 4 and up, going 7 furlongs. I have the 6 Fort Fortitude on top at 7-2. McCarthy and Trevor McCarthy and Jamie Ness, they're red hot. Fort Fortitude, a winner against 2 other than back in late December. Did not run well on a muddy track against 3 other than last down, but drops back down to a level we know he can win at. So I have Fort Fortitude on top at 7-2 in that nice second-level allowance condition. Laurel Park race 8 to kick off the Stronach 5 tomorrow.
You said it, a lukewarm favorite, right?
7-2, yep, Fort Fortitude.
So you see how tricky that race is. And Fort Fortitude, did not fire last time. The time before, resilient, real gritty effort from just off the pace. Certainly going to be tough. Going to be up with that flow, but you're going to have to spread around a little bit, follow the dog, a good return last time out. Now hedging into the tougher waters, though. Sure. Out of that other than.
Yeah, I like a couple of good prices in there. Cerulean Springs at 5-1 and
Charge and
Storm at 10-1 for Jose Corrales. All right, so Stronach 5. I'm mesmerized by it already. I'm all in. Starts Laurel Park race 8 tomorrow. The popular Stronach 5. All right, let's get back to it here. It's the big game weekend. Who do you like? Kansas City Chiefs. They invented the Super Bowl, didn't they? Didn't Kansas City? They won the second Super Bowl. And Lamar Hunt, the owner of the family of the Chiefs, they invented the whole Super Bowl, didn't they?
That was like Hank Stram. Was he involved in all of that? I think maybe. Going back a little before my time.
So a lot of history with the Chiefs and a lot of history with the San Francisco 49ers, Joe Montana. You can watch all the action this Sunday. We'll have simulcast all Sunday, and then you come out here, you bet some horse racing. We're gonna have a football pick'em with a bunch of those what do they call them? Prop bets.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, good.
You know our man Sal Sinatra is going to have us hooked up for the big game watch party.
Not going to miss an opportunity like that.
We're going to have the football pick'em, so you can bet the horses, you can bet the big game, you can watch the big game in that sports book. Grab a couch, grab a table. Sam the bartender will be up there. Watch all the action on that big 75-foot LED wall. So that's this Sunday, a big monster weekend coming up in February. We know what it is, the Sprint Fest Winter Carnival right here at Laurel Park. Fun for the whole family, kids, winter crafts, and face painting. We'll have a live ice sculpting demo, Maryland Jockey Club hat giveaway, laurelpark.com for more information about the Sprint Fest Winter Carnival. And here's the stakes. Here's the big dance here. The Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie, the Grade 3 General George, and then you have the John B. Campbell with some solid older horses, the Miracle Wood in the wide country for top 3-year-olds on the East Coast. That's coming up Saturday, February 15th, another monster super Saturday. And these big stake days, they make the undercard so good. It's like the whole day is full of stakes.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we'll have some allowance races thrown into the mix.
Sure, maiden special weights.
Yeah, and a great betting opportunities throughout that card. And, yeah, we'll get on it, check out some of the nominations. And really looking forward to that weekend. That's a big weekend. The ice sculpting, that's always cool. Yep. I don't know how they do that. That's good stuff. Like the guys over at the house today. I got the guys come up 7:15 in the morning. You know, my buddy Ken Holcomb doing the trees. I've got a slew of 80 footers. A couple of them are coming down.
Right.
But it's amazing what those guys can do with a crane and everything else. I couldn't do that job.
All right, so we've had Pegasus, Sprint Fest Winter Carnival coming up. It's all a warm-up act for the big dance. Preakness 145, third Saturday in May, middle jewel of the Triple Crown, the People's Race, the People's Party. Tickets on sale, Preakness 145, Saturday, May 16th this year. Third Saturday in May every year. Black Eyed Susan the day before, Friday, May 15th. Tickets for Black Eyed Susan and Preakness 145. Go to Preakness.com. Preakness.com for all your tickets and information. Speaking of Preakness, happy belated birthday to the one and only, the great Rachel Alexandra. What a thrill she gave us back in 2009. Let's talk about it real quick, well, then we'll show you the video. It was her birthday yesterday. Rachel Alexandra turned 14 yesterday, and remember, she won the Kentucky Oaks. And
I was there for that one. What a performance that was.
You were down there at Churchill for that.
Working the Oaks. And
she won the Oaks by 20, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, your buddy Paul Randall said she could have won the Kentucky Derby that year.
She may have. I mean, that's probably top 5 performances I've seen live and in person.
And then she wasn't on the Preakness radar, and then you heard the big news. Mike Gaffigan came out with the press release. Jess Jackson bought her, and she came to the Preakness. And Mind That Bird, your Kentucky Derby winner, he was locked and loaded coming off his big Derby win. Let's show you the stretch run of 2009 Preakness.
Oh, and the kicker was there.
Rachel Alexandra giving a bit of a cue, opening up with a quarter to go at Pimlico. Big drama trying to hold on down to second there. Papa Clem is in between horses. Frisian Fire on the far outside, laboring along with just about a furlong left to go. Rachel Alexandra, she's got a 3-length lead. Here comes Musket Man. Musket Man charging, and Mind That Bird on the far outside. The Derby winner, Mind That Bird, closing a late gap, but it is Rachel Alexandra. She's simply above and beyond them. A filly has won the Preakness. Mind That Bird was second. Musket Man was third.
I was saying, the great call, Robin. If he's not the best, I don't know who is. But anyhow, and you had the choice. The jockey, Laurel, had to make the choice, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. He took off. I forgot about that. He won the Derby, then takes off the Derby winner to ride a filly in the Preakness.
How about it?
She was the first filly to win the Preakness in 85 years. I was standing at the patrol judge stand that year, I believe, and you saw Mind That Bird coming, but the filly hung on. What a year she would have that year. She'd go on to beat the older boys at Saratoga in the Woodward. She was by far horse of the year as a 3-year-old filly that year.
Yeah, won the Mother Goose. I rode him down the Haskell. You name it. Just a phenomenal racehorse. 13, I believe, for 19 overall. 18 of 19 in the money with earnings over $3 million. So what a career she had. And I know Paul Randall was with us all the time up in the press box. He would one of his favorites. It's not. I think he might have gotten a tattoo. We talked about that. So,
all right. Thanks to our man Phil Brooks for getting that video, and happy birthday to Rachel Alexander. Nice job by the whole Gulfstream Park media team yesterday. They had a video of the filly. Naira had a great video, so everybody celebrating Rachel Alexandra. Her birthday was yesterday. Let's get right to it. Let's show you a picture of the main track. Beautiful, crisp, cool wintertime weather. And there we go. Let's check out the weather. 32 degrees. The winds today north at about 4.5 miles per hour. Fair conditions. No rain, no snow. Not much sun. Maybe a little overcast, but it's a little chilly at 32. But the track looks perfect and looks like they're doing some nice work on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Track looks in great shape, and I like the precision. 4.6.
Right.
Miles per hour.
Well, the wind's important.
Yeah, it is very important. We see it.
Dave Rodman gives it out every day when he does his changes.
Yes, and you've got to be aware of it. And we do have some tricky days, especially in the wintertime. You've got these horses a lot of times running into that headwind through the stretch.
That's what I was going to ask you. For the stretch run, is it mostly a headwind or a tailwind mostly?
Most of the time here, it seems to me that they're running through the stretch, running into the wind through the stretch.
Headwind.
Usually you got that aid into the turn, into the far turn. But, through the stretch, they're usually coming into it.
Okay. All right, so those are the weather and track conditions. Let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to kick off the popular early pick 5 mandatory payout on all the pick 5s here at the Maryland Jockey Club. Mandatory payout on the early pick 5, industry low 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. So let's get right to it here. Race 1, we're going 6.5 furlongs. Maiden claiming 25,000. Filly and mares 4 and up. I go with the 1, Cornetta's Choice on top here in race 1. Let's start with the 2, though. We have a video with the 2, Raging Blaze, first start in the Brittany Russell barn. Let's show you the video from November 2018 right here at Laurel Park against Maiden 40. Here's the start in a big field that day.
Yeah, I know we're going back. And you know what? I still have some stuff on my refrigerator with all the somewhat of the track biases and everything. And this was a stretch back in 18 where the inside really wasn't the place to be. And what I liked about Raging Blaze in a big field was able to come away alertly that day, go through pretty brisk fractions. And, it gets headed here mid-turn. But you look at it, from about the 5/16 to the wire, she only loses, a couple lengths. And she actually battles back at the top of the stretch before fading a little bit in the final eighth of a mile. Raging Blaze is back, and you haven't seen her since June of 19. The blinkers come off. I tell you, this barn does nothing but win, and I don't see a slew of speed. Maybe Tap Dancing Girl will force the issue. I think Raging Blaze is going to be awfully tough out of that race on November the 11th. 3 other winners. It was a triple key race. Artful Splatter was even in that race. We saw Artful Splatter, a recent stakes winner. So Raging Blaze I like as a factor up front, but certainly agree. Cornetta's Choice has to be involved in your exactas.
Yeah, and she's coming off a long layoff. She's coming off almost a year layoff. First start in the Damon Dill DeVico barn. I like that. I like the barn switch here. Jason did a nice job, so does Damon.
Right.
The blinkers go on. Jason Egan, one of our racing officials now here at the Maryland Jockey Club. Great to have a former horseman in the racing office there, and Damon does a nice job. This filly by Power Broker gets the blinkers on. She's getting a big class relief coming off the layoff, dropping from the maiden special weight. I know they're up in New York, but she tried a couple maiden special weights here at Laurel as well when she started her career. So she's in at a better level today. The blinkers go on. The main stable rider, Karamanos, is on. So I have Cornetta's Choice on top.
Yeah, I think she's going to like this distance, going to rally into the pace, and had excuses in both of those dirt sprints. You see that back in the debut, that going way back in October of 18. That was a double key race as well. So the 1 and the 2 out of productive races. I know we're going back a ways, but capable barns with horses off of a freshening. Mighty Molly is the favorite here at 5-2. Lukewarm. We might see the 1 or 2 take a lot of money. And an encouraging debut. A little bit of a rally through the final eighth of a mile certainly will take action. But I'm hoping we can get a little bit better price on the 1 and 2. And Sand in My Shoes, Hammy Smith at this kind of level is pretty capable with his first-time starters. A little bit of a protect move, honestly, when you look at that 25. So Sand in My Shoes, a couple of winners in the family. They haven't run any great numbers, but I respect these two, Gory and Hammy, when they hook him, especially at this level. And took a lot of time to get to the races. Very patient. Doesn't run. Very few. I think I had a stat here to stand too. It's been over 5 years since running a 4-year-old or older. first time starter on the dirt. So
it's a homebred for his brother Gory Smith. We see them do awfully well together, and this filly had a real nice 5 furlong workout from the gate, 101 flat from the gate. January 11th here at Laurel Park. You get a top rider, Centron, to ride. It'd be interesting to see the price on the 7 Sand in My Shoes. All right, so nice maiden event to kick it off here in race 1. Race 2, we'll start the early pick 4 today. We're going a flat mile, claiming 5,004 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4 are the conditions. Take the 3 out, A True Gentleman, who was 4 to 1. So that's a big scratch. I'm on the 7 here, Lucid Dream. Jorge Riaz aboard for the Hot Barn. Carlos Mancia, and this is his hot owner here, Michael Sheffries. This horse, 4-year-old son of Bodie Meister. Sharp win, latched out at the nickel 3 life level. They don't do anything crazy. They stay at the $5,000 level. Facing 4 life today. Lucid Dream, a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. He's a closer. He'll be trouble-free on the outside with a good rider. You have him on top as well.
I don't think he should be terribly far back. He didn't really have the most comfortable trip either last time in that nickel 3 in life. Had to work from between horses a long way. A determined run to get up. Respect the barn the way they're going right now. Charging Line, I think, is a factor. Brings speed to the table in this race. There's not a whole lot in it, maybe Top Hat Warrior, but Charging Line I think will be around. He's a pace factor. Dropping in to a condition race, I like that. And was down inside against Monkey's Medal, repeat winner, when Monkey's Medal, a couple others were well out in the track to be a factor that afternoon. So 7, 5, 6, 4, we're pretty similar right there at the top 3.
See if we can get Lucid Dream home for the Hot Barn there in race 2. 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 action starts race 3, our feature of the day. Let's show you what the carryover is. There it is, $2,142. Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket today for the Rainbow Pick 6. Race 3, the feature, he hits the all button. It's a nice 6-horse field, talented sprinters. He hits the all button here in race 3. His single is going to come in race 7. He singles on the 7 there. 4 to 5, Magical Luna is going to be awfully tough there for Claudio and Centron. So Magical Luna, the 7 in race 7, your favored. That's Tim's single. You can study his ticket some more on the website.
Yeah, and we had another late scratch in that race. Hufflepuff came out, so the 2, 3, and 8 are out of race 7. I could see that's going to be a popular single. Magical Luna, she's in very good form. She looks like the legit speed in that particular race.
So, because I had the 3 and the 8 scratched.
I have Hufflepuff as a late.
Hufflepuff's a late scratch too.
Yep.
Okay, all right, just make my picks 4, 7, 6 in that race, guys. We'll have to reevaluate it. All right, so here we go. Race 3, feature of the day, a 3rd level allowance condition, 4 and up. We're going 5.5 furlongs. Let's show you the 2. We both used the 2. This horse hot right now for a Hot Barn. Let's show you the win January 10th against 2 other than Allowance Company. He was about 5 to 1 this day. He's 4th right now. He's the gray horse by the factor on the inside, and here he comes.
Yeah, was able to save ground around the turn, move up to the inside of horses. And Smokin' Nitro, it was his race to lose on the front end and factor it in. Showed a really good ride there by Lynch. Just eases out to the inside. Didn't necessarily need a lead. And this horse in the past had been a little bit of a horse you'd want to kind of maybe a little bit closer to the pace. So I showed a little bit of a versatility this particular afternoon, and I think he's going to like the flow that he's going to see up in front of him this afternoon. I don't think he's going to be engaged in any kind of duel whatsoever with all of this other speed. You'll see Fergal Lynch, same thing. Take back, probably settle and save ground, and try to wear down Charge to victory. I do think we'll get the jump on him at the top of the stretch.
Edwin Gonzalez and Tim Kreiser, 31% together everywhere. Kreiser's a 26% winning outfit, won 140 races last year. So this is a powerful outfit. Edwin Gonzalez, the veteran journeyman, should be able to dictate everything in this race early on down the backstretch. He's going to be on the outside with early speed.
Yeah.
He can make them go as fast or slow as he wants to. If they're going slow, boom, he's right to the front. If this horse, the 4 Hollis, has some speed, the 5 Fiber and Emily, they have some speed. If they want to go out there on a goofy early suicide pace,
yeah.
and Gonzalez can just have a perfect stalking trip.
Absolutely, that 2-back try was very good. 89 buyer at Laurel on November the 17th, Stan. Out of that race, I think there was 3 other winners bust off. One more great time, who's won 2 straight out since then, and also won the 3 other than condition, right, a 93. So certainly he's met the right kind of horses. A clean break is probably what he's going to need to be a pace factor throughout. He'll be pushing the issue. Maybe Factor It In can wear him down if things get really hot and heavy around the turn. If that move maybe is a little too soon, we'll see. He's an awfully fast horse. It's going to be his race probably to lose from out there.
All right, so we both have a cold 6-2-3 on top there. Race 3, big feature of the day to kick off the pick 6. Let's turn the page. Late pick 5 will start in race 4 today. No carryover. They hit it last Sunday. I think it paid $800 or something last Sunday for the late pick 5. We also start the rolling super high 5 here in race 4. A little $266 carryover to get you going. Super high 5 features a low 15% takeout, and also late pick 5 here in race 4 with that industry low 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at the Maryland Jockey Club. So here we go, race 4. We're going a flat mile, claiming $12,500 for straight 3-year-olds. I have a price play on top here. The 9 Cocktail Shaker at 9-2 for Carlos Mencia. He's hot. Jerry Robb, he's hot too. The Robb Barn very high, especially for No Guts, No Glory Farm. The X-Man, the regular rider. I saw the X-Man yesterday morning out there on the big on the stable. Superstar Anna's Bandit. She looked good yesterday morning on the track. Cocktail Shaper, the big win and debut was claimed that day. Stepped up the starter allowance off the claim on a muddy track. Maybe didn't like the mud. Maybe it was too tough. He was 4-1 in there, but gets an easier spot today. I think we see a better effort from this 3-year-old by Girolamo. I use a 7 on top.
Yeah, he broke the maiden on the front end, ran pretty good internal fractions, but you got Victory Given kind of out of a sprint, as is Little Harbor. These two will offer a lot of flow, and Cocktail Shaker had to kind of make a move into like a runaway leader last time out. Here's your stats you're going to like for Jerry Robb here, Stan. You usually later. He's 11 for 23, second off the claim on dirt races the last 2 years with an ROI of 468, right? This is second off the claim, isn't it?
Yep,
yeah.
second
and
off claim.
5 for 11 with straight 3-year-olds. Pretty strong.
Pretty strong stat.
That's good. I'll go 2 L's Meows as a user stretching out. A lean towards sprint when I looked at the breeding, but I'm going to think that this horse is improving enough and is going to get enough speed. To just going to have to time the run perfectly. 2 L's Meow, final proof has always been right there. I like this one. Showed the ability 2 races back, a lot of grittiness. I think he's got a chance to rate if needed in here. 2, 5, 7, 8 for me, but that stat is awfully scary there for Jerry Robb.
Yep. All right, so nice little 3-year-old race in race 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. You like the late pick 4. It's a nice starter allowance in race 5 to kick it off. We'll check it out right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
Okay, welcome back. Late pick 4 action today starts in race 5. It's a nice $25,000 starter allowance event. Filly Mares 4 and up, never won 2. We're going 5.5 furlongs. Here's your late pick 4 ticket.
There you go, $18. Get you started 3 deep. 3, 5, and 7. See Mamacita, Judy Blue Eyes, and Sexayama. The 6 race 3 deep as well with the 1, 2, and 7. I'm not totally sold on the 1 down inside, so I'm going to protect a little bit with the 2 and the 7. 7th race. 4 and 7, just too deep. Win Then Grin, Magical Luna. You're going to be your strong favorite in there. Wrap it up with the 1 and the 5. I'm the Tap It Now. Brings you some value in the nightcap. $18 for the late pick 4.
All right, let's check out this first leg here of the late pick 4. Race 5, 5.5 furlongs. I have the 5 on top.
Okay.
Judy Blue Eyes. Let's start there. Do you have the 3 on top?
I take a shot with a price, and I think I've got her line too high at 10. I think she's going to come down off of that.
Well, let's start there with the 3.
All
See
right.
Mamacita. You have her on top. We have a video spotlight of her last maiden score, a big 10 and a quarter length score, late December 22nd, and a big step up here today, though, off this big win.
Yeah, from the Tapeta to the main track at Laurel Park, and I tell you what, Absolutely loved it. Got bet down to 5-2. I thought she'd be lower against this field. I really did. And she was comfortably to the front. Came away okay, but just kind of pulled the rider up to contention. Just ran them off their, right out of their heels, or whatever you want to call it, around the turn. And that was it. The race was over. You see the comment, ridden out, just kind of a steady hand ride late. Maiden winners on the dirt, next out. 6 for 9 in the money for Dame in the last couple of years. And what I like is that final time was actually faster than the maiden claiming 40 girls that afternoon, who got a buyer of 63. Stan, I think a lower 60 is going to be right around the number to win this particular race. I think she was awfully keen. 5.5, I'm not worried about it. She's got to turn a foot. I hope she runs away and tries to hide around the turn and holds on late.
Yeah, I overlooked her. She galloped there. She was under a guzzle hold the whole stretch there with Caramano. She beats the next out winner. Now step up here today. They only have to go 5.5. You'll get a decent price on her. So I'll help you with the price by not picking her. All right, see Mamacita live at 10-1. I go with the favorite here, Judy Blue Eyes for Claudio Victor. Just got beat a whisker at this level last out. A very respectable 66 buyer speed figure. 3 solid efforts off the claims since Claudio claimed this filly. Back in last November. She's by Cal Nation. She's a Maryland bred out of that stakes winner, Sassy Love. Victor Carrasco just got a big win last weekend. He got career win number 1,000 last weekend. Nice stories, nice press release about Victor Carrasco's milestone win. Check it out on the website, laurelpark.com, underneath all the press releases. So Judy Blue Eye is going to be your deserved favorite at this level. She just missed last out. I think she runs a strong effort today. They all have to beat her.
Yeah, she had a touch of hang in her last time. Looked like a winner. Sat the trip off of a duel. You see that. And a little bit of a flattening out kind of effort in her prior races. So I'm not completely sold on her at 2-1. Tough to leave Claudio out. Sexy Yama, there you go again. Second off the claim for Jerry Robb. Turn back in distance. Probably going to want the 1, Redeemed Spirit, to go ahead and work with the 3. See Mamacita set some pace up there for that one. But I think she can rally into this one, no doubt.
All right, and no scratches in this race. Nice 7-horse field. Race 5 to kick off. The late pick 4. Final pick 3 action here in race 6. We're going a flat mile, claiming 12,500. Filly mares 4 and up. A wide open claimer here. Let's start with the 1. We both used the 1 here. Cassidy Aves, your 2-1 morning line favorite. Let's show you her big win. Late December, Laurel Park, going a mile against First Level Allowance Company. She's the 1 horse right here as they come into the share. She comes splitting horses.
Right, was able to kind of save ground around the turn into the stretch and determinedly up from between horses to grab the lead in deep stretch. Is going to prevail by a neck over Mama D. I'm a little surprised to see her up with the flow last time out, battling against the likes of Warm. It's a journey, a tough race there. But you know what? They claimed this horse for 20, a couple wins. This is the right kind of spot back to 12-5 to pick her head up. She'll get a good trip here with Trevor McCarthy. Farrier, he was on a bit of a roll. It was a little bit chilly right now. I'm sure the barn will pick things back up. They always do some pretty good, consistent work. So Cassidy Avenue I like as a user. Call Me Jelly Roll with some speed. Will be there along with Lady Terp. But Dorothy from Dublin is going to be my top selection. We got 5-1 on the line. McCarthy was also named on her. He goes to the Rail Horse. We're going to get Sheldon Russell, very capable replacement there. And Dorothy from Dublin, I've got a little stat here for Robbie Bales, if we can show it. Last 3 years on the dirt, 8 for 25. It's 32%, 17 for 25 in the money. Third off of a layoff. That's what you're getting today. That ROI is 309. Maybe the miles pushing it a little too much, but there might be enough flow. This horse can kind of grab the lead top of stretch. May have to hold off Cassidy Avenue.
All right, so good stat there for Robbie Bales. He'll be 5-1 with that 6-year-old mare by Patio Prado, the 7. Dorothy from Dublin. I use that filly. Okay. The 1 real quick, Cassidy Ave. That was a big, impressive win. And then that didn't like the mud against 2 other than 0 for 7 in the mud. This is the cheapest she's been in for. She's by a Kentucky Derby winner. She's made $100,000. It looks like she could have a for sale sign on her here in for the 12.5. Looks like she's worth the money. So she'll be tough to beat. The 2, I like the weight break I'm getting here with the 2, Call Me Jelly Roll. She's a 7-time winner here at Laurel Park. She had a monster 2019 campaign. She won 6 times last year. That's made $86,000. That's a fun racehorse to own, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Huh?
I mean, and she might just steal away on the front end. Lady Turp, I know, has some positional speed, could go up, impress it, but you might see this one pop clear and try to get a little breather around the turn. Once again, is the distance limitations there 7/8? Is that the? I don't know. I think she's against this field. She could be awfully dangerous up front and stretch it out to a mile this afternoon.
All right, so the 7-pound apprentice, Alberto Burgos, he's won a couple races already for Claudio, or at least he's won 1 race for Claudio, so he's going and he's in the right barn. Keep riding well for that barn. You'll be all right, kid. All right, let's turn the page here. Late daily double action starts, race 7. We're going 7 furlongs, claiming 25,000 straight, 3-year-old fillies. Let's start here with the 4, my top pick. Yeah, late scratch on the 2, Hufflepuff is out. The 3's out, and the 8, One Slick Chick is out. So I have the 4 on top here. When Then Grin. We have a video spotlight of her last race, January 3rd, on a muddy track. This was her 2nd win in a row against 25. It's the same level as today. She gets up with a lifetime best 61 Buyer speed figure.
Yeah, and we saw the dramatic change. She had a clearer trip, 2 races back, and the maiden score widened. Maybe the bar was a little bit better than that 44, and you notice she's got the hood on, right? And, the kind of the earmuffs covering things up.
Yep.
And we picked that up on her, and that's kind of why we were on her this afternoon. What a tenacious effort, the final 1/8 of a mile, along with Tyler Connor, the patient ride. Game to the end. I wanted to go down there in the winner's circle, give her a big kiss because we had her that day at 7-1. Now
Nice.
she's coming back to 7 furlongs, shortening up a little bit. I don't know if she's got the speed of Magical Luna. With a couple of these scratches, she's going to get enough help up front. I'm not sure because Magical Luna, man, this is a move just right at you to the 25 off of a couple big efforts. So Magical Luna going to be tough on the front end. And you got Claudio still lurking there, the higher price Claudio with your rider here, Alberto Burgos, landing zone 3rd off the claim, could rally into it.
With the scratch of the 2, 3, and the 8 in this race, Magical Luna's going to be a monster.
Awfully
What,
short
2
price.
to 5?
Yeah, probably.
All right, so a lot of people are going to single on her for the late multi-race wagers, so she could be a reliable single. I pick against her with When Then Grin for top connection. So nice, interesting race there in race 7. Let's turn the page here. Race 8, the finale race of the day. It's Quinella time in race 8 with that low 10% takeout. Last live race every racing day. We have the Quinella. Let's take a look. Race 8, 7 furlongs, claiming 16,000 4 and up. Never won 3 lifetime. I go with Jerry, my main man, Jerry Robin, the X-Man, the 1, Shawnee P. You have a video you pulled here from early December. A big win, first off the claim, 16, 2 life, 68 Buyer speed figure, lifetime best. Here they are turning for home on December 8th.
Yeah, and Shawnee P, a little bit of trouble through the stretch. You see the short comment 3 wide at the quarter a little bit and hurt it out late, but it's still going to manage to get up over a next out winner. Buddy's run has put up some good numbers of late. Last time out was swung wide off of the rail, which was a little bit favorable on the 29th. So Shawnee P, a little drop back down to a $16,000 tag here. Now we're going 3 in life, but Shawnee P positionally with a good break, I think should be able to stalk and make a move into it. I like I'm the tap it now for Damon at a price. Second off of this kind of layoff route to sprint. It works for me. The numbers are there. Was caught wide against a very quick pace. I'm the tap it now can fight you with the flow is right. I think the flow is going to be comfortable enough for him to stay around. 1-5-6-4 for me here in the nightcap.
All right, see if we can get Shawnee P home. I have Jerry Robb on top, a couple races today.
Jerry
so it
Rob's
could be
tough in the last, right? He's got 2 in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
right, Tappahannock, isn't that him as well? Yeah.
Yep.
So
yep, could be.
he's got it
I got
got
the
it
Jerry,
surrounded,
I got the
Sam.
Jerry Exacta 1-6 there. So
There
all
you
right, so
go.
it could be a big day for the Jerry Robb barn. That's it. We're out of time. 25 minutes out for race 1 on a beautiful winter day here at Laurel Park with a fast track. Come on out and join us or watch via the simulcast. Dave Robbins coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.